and there's a question that arises in relationship to this thing called the rapture and the second coming. The rapture is when Christ leaves heaven, comes to the air above the earth, and snatches, catches away, raptures every Christian who is living at that moment on planet Earth up into the air and takes them all to heaven, and planet Earth has no Christians at that point. Second coming is a different series of events where Christ comes with those that he's raptured, that have been in heaven for 7 years, and comes at the end of the tribulation period, and he comes to defeat his enemies, to rule and to reign. Now, a lot of people think that the rapture and the second coming are just one and the same event. That Jesus comes, raptures the church, we meet him in the air, and we come right straight back to earth, or other versions of that. What we're trying to say is that they are two separate events, and we're saying, what is the biblical evidence for that? We said there's 8 differences, and we've given those differences. There's a difference, number 1, in the place Christ will meet believers. At the rapture, Christians will meet the Lord in the air. At the second coming, the Bible says Christ descends to earth and steps onto the Mount of Olives in Jerusalem. Number 2, there's a difference in who removes people from the earth. We saw in the rapture verses, Christ himself comes and takes believers out of the world. Whereas at the second coming, all those verses say Christ sends his angels to take the wicked to judgment. The third one that we've already looked at is that there's a difference in those who are taken from the earth and those who are left. The Bible says that at the rapture, Christ comes and takes believers, unbelievers are left. At the second coming, the believers stay going to the millennial kingdom, and the wicked are taken out of the world and taken to judgment. Fourth one we've looked at, there's a difference of when Jesus comes in relationship to the tribulation. At the rapture, Jesus comes before the hour of trial. And at the second coming, he comes after the tribulation.